bonding that happens between a horse and a rider in this sport, I mean, it happens over, hours and hours and hours and hours of work. When you're out and you're conditioning for the sport, you're spending, 4, 5, 6 hours a day just trotting. You're going 6 to 8, 10 miles an hour.
Building endurance.
Really, you're building endurance. But at the same time, you learn to feel how that horse moves. And you learn to shift and move with that horse because you basically want to create this smooth flowing movement because it's more efficient for the horse, it's more efficient for you. And so you adapt to that horse's movement. And so I have 4 different horses that I ride, and I ride each one of them differently because they move differently.
They each have their own thing.
I have 7 horses, and every one of them is completely different in how they approach me and how I approach them.
They are like people, personalities.
His horse is just like him, just wants to go. So it's a good match.
Very often the horse know which way to go. They can feel which way you want to go.
You go out on that last loop, a horse that is in shape and properly conditioned, he knows it's the last loop, and when they drop the hammer like these 3 just did, they're ready to go to the front and win a race. It's amazing. See, it doesn't matter who really comes across this line first. They have to come down to a pulse within 1 hour of 64 heartbeat. And if they don't make that pulse within an hour, they're disqualified. Or if they're not sound, they're disqualified.
They have to pass the final vet check. They're not considered complete until the vet says they're done at the very end.
Roy Fisk.
Hey,
Royal Blue Star.
Thanks, dude.
Hey, Roy.
All of my crew, everyone.
Devin will be going to the Young Rider Championship at the Kentucky Horse Park, and this is probably the horse that she will take. So this was the last warm-up ride she could do before that.
16-16.
Okay, well, that's not horrible.
And gut's pretty slow. It's there, but it's slow.
Okay, he's been eating and drinking.
But see, what they did is they took good care of their horses.
Yes, yeah. We didn't want to spend all of their energy,
Racing
galloping
for 9
9 miles. Yeah. If all of us had decided to start racing 5 miles out, there's a good chance that none of us would have finished the race.
And it speaks to the horsemanship here of these 3 ladies that every one of those horses reached criteria of 64 within 15 minutes.
When you're riding, you should always have more horse left. You should always, if you needed to do another loop, you should always be able to do another loop. You shouldn't expend all of your horse's energy. I joke around and say that I ride the 49 miles for that last mile, but it's thrilling. It's one of the best experiences in the world, to tell you the truth, just being able to pull off a finish like that. It doesn't always happen that way, but I like it when it does.
That is a hodgepodge of boots. Yes, this is our first time managing an endurance ride, and it was awesome. Worth all the work. Scott's done a great job. My wife Stelly's done a great job. All the volunteers today have been amazing.
And the people have been so gracious, a lot of volunteers, and I go to international rides all over the world, and this is up to the level of any international ride I've been to as far as organization.
Everybody that's come by here has had nothing but great things to say about this ride. So as a new ride manager with 2 other colleagues that are new, having everybody, I mean, we haven't heard a single complaint, and that's a great feeling.
Everybody that completed the course is going to get a t-shirt, and being able to kind of reward those people for coming and enduring the elements and the heat and having a good time, it's a great feeling for me. You know, I put together a team of friends that approached this thing as something that we wanted to do to give back to the endurance community. And honest to goodness, I'm involved with this because I was welcomed into a family about 4 years ago when I first started riding endurance, and it has become a very important part of my life, and they are truly a family, an extended family. And so this is kind of my way of giving back to that family, and it's gratifying to hear all the positive feedback.